Did this video like 2-3 times. What's going on? It's Gambles. Welcome back to Getting Real with yours truly. I want to talk today about emotional relapse, something that I've been dealing with personally right now, literally currently filming this video. I am out of the rut, but there was a rut to get out of. Trust me when I tell you. So I'm not going to get too deep into the story. I want to get more into what the hell do you do when you felt like the way I felt. First things first, we got to talk about what emotional relapse is. If you think about the word relapse, you can already imagine, okay? First thing I'm sure you think about is either drinking or drugging, an addiction that you get clean, you do good for a couple months, then you relapse. Then you do good for a couple months, then you relapse. Emotions is the same way, bro. Let me tell you why. If you don't deal with your shit will find a way to deal with you. That's church. That's church. And I'm saying that because emotional relapses don't happen because one thing went wrong. It's because there was multiple things that you never addressed. And now, that whole sweeping it under the rug thing. Now your rug is literally like just flailing at this point. Things are just flying out the woodworks. And you trying to figure out what is going on. I was just straight. But the reality of the fact of the matter is that you wasn't straight to begin with. What you did was you got comfortable. And I'm speaking to those people who are like me. We in the same boat. We have BPD. We are aware of that. We take medication. We done been to therapy. And now we're on the other side of things. The people who haven't been that far, your part comes soon. It comes later on in the video. But this is for the people who really done been through some things. Really had to fight an addiction. Really had to fight for their life. If there is anything that you can get from this message, is to deal with your shit. And when I say your shit, I'm talking about you. Whatever baggage you come with. I'm saying shit because who knows? You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a story. Everybody's story, of course, is not the same. My shit's not going to be like your shit. It just so happens we might relate mentally on a different frequency, of course. But we still not the same. You know what I'm saying? You don't know my pain until I tell you. Okay, when you make an intentional decision, instead of it being like a passive decision, like, all right, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. If you keep having that same mentality too with this emotional relapse, you ain't going nowhere. Because all that is procrastination. I mean, let's keep it 1,000. Come on now. Either you want to get it done or you don't. Either you want better for yourself or you don't. That's how it go. And if you're in a gray area, you feel like this one day, you feel like that the next day, whoever your higher power is, however you connect with nature or whatever you need to do, that's the questions you need to be putting in the universe. Which side am I supposed to be leaning to? If you truly don't know. But I find that hard to believe because every human soul, literally every human soul, has an intuition. And that's not something that your parents or your cousins teach you about. It's kind of just in you. Like instincts. Just in you. Your intuition is in you. When you're around certain people and you're like, oh, nah, that's not it. If you ever you gotta be in touch with yourself. If you ever been in a room full of people and you could feel bad spirits, like you don't even have to be talking to them. They step in a room and you could feel it like, whoa. Who the hell is that? And let me make sure I'm staying away from that motherfucker. Because whatever energy you got to keep it, bro. I got enough on my, you know what I mean? I got enough on my plate. That's another process. We're going to be talking about that too. About protecting your energy with BPD. That is so important and so critical. Because you mess around and give your energy to the wrong things, all it's going to do is trigger you and put you in a cycle of hell. We'll get to that. Put a comment down below if you're trying to see that video. I got y'all. Let me get a like though. Emotional relapse is difficult to say the least. The only way to understand, like you have to trace back its origin and how, like when did it start and how do I... The objective is to notice that you've slipped off or you've slipped away from a certain point that you've reached. Maybe you didn't get to the end or the finish line or, whatever it was. And you feel some type of way about that. And instead of addressing the way you felt, you kept that inside of you. You kept it quiet. You kept it isolated. You nursed it. And now it's like a way of life. You don't think anything of it. You thinking life is straight. But if you really, 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 really start asking yourself the real questions, like what is troubling me? What is in my heart that I can't? Who do I need to forgive? How do I? Yeah, you gotta have them questions. It's time for that. This the big boy type of video. You wearing big boy and big girl drawers now. Straight up. Am I lying or am I flying? I wish I could fly. That'd be dope. Anyway, squirrel. Like, that's my brain. Don't be worried about it. Before you realize what's happening in emotional relapse, you're already drowning in anxiety, depression, grief, guilt, shame, and everything else that's weighing you down throughout your day. And that's because you're losing track. You're not really in tune with where you at. Right here, right now. You sitting here watching this video thinking about what you're going to make for dinner and how this is annoying because I'm giving you real life shit and you don't want to hear it. You want to hear about the jokes and the pranks, and I ain't got that for you today. I got truth and I got light. That's it. So let's jump back into it. I don't know where or who came up with the term emotional relapse, and I didn't care necessarily to look it up. I just thought it was a good 2 words to put together. Emotional relapse. Let me run that by. Emotional relapse. It's on the same thing, isn't it? Isn't this the same? Like, my head is, oh, yes. 2 things are happening in the same vicinity, and it's causing chaos. And that's the operating system. Emotions, what you feel inside, will get you to act out if you don't catch it, which is exactly what the relapse is. You didn't catch it, now you done blown up. Now you gotta pay a fine, and you done sped 20 miles per hour over the speed limit. They got a reckless driving out this mug. You know what I'm saying? Been there, done that. Because I wasn't keeping track of anything. I was just kind of in the moment, right then and there. I was feeling mad, and that's just what it was. I wasn't willing to look at what was underneath the anger, because trust and believe when I tell you, anger is secondary. You can tell me all day and night that it's not. But let you go ahead and do some real soul searching. You be like, ooh. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That mean one. That man wearing that wig, and he be like, ooh. Yeah, like that. Straight like that. And I'm only doing that because I don't know if I'm able to find it when I edit it. So I had to throw it in there. You know what I'm saying? My computer got to stop going to sleep. It's not that time. But basically, I've already talked about enough about emotional relapse. Now we talk about, okay, so if I am an emotional relapse and I feel like I've already hit this wall, well, tell me what the hell to do, Gambles, because that's what I came here for. All right, I got you. I just had to help out somebody else who isn't as knowledgeable as you are. Maybe somebody got diagnosed today. Maybe somebody went to therapy 10 years ago and now they're relapsing. And it's like, bro, I've been good for 10 years, my nigga. Like, that was for y'all. So, you're welcome. we going full circle with this joint. You feel me? Because I done been on both sides. But basically, it becomes you picking up pieces. You done broke down, crumbled down. Now you laid out all over the ground and you picking up the pieces. And ain't nobody picking them up with you. They telling you, if you need anything, call me. I got you. Call me if you need anything. Just text me. Alright, send an email. Alright. And then you won't be hearing from these people. You be trying to figure out, did I do something to y'all? What did I... BPD. But now you crumbling all over the place. Because you was expecting somebody else to do your dirty work. And it don't work like that. You want happiness, you want peace. You gotta chase them things. They don't just come to you. Happiness, it ain't finna just come to you. Gratitude, it ain't finna just come to you. That's a learned behavior, either way it go. Positive or negative. Either you're grateful, and forget ungrateful. I feel like it's either you grateful or you ignorant. Either you don't know it was a blessing, or it's not big enough of a blessing you feel like to give a, you know what I mean? Yeah, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? But picking up the pieces can look like a lot of different ways. If you're a writer like me, it could be getting a journal and not just like a diary, because you probably already have that. And if you don't, I highly recommend it. Even if you don't like the term diary, call it your journal, whatever. Every single day you write. That's another way you can keep track of your emotions so you do not have an emotional relapse. You can go back and look like, yo, I've been mad as hell the past 10 days. Like, I really need to, you know what I'm saying? But had you not had that journal, them 10 days ago would have already been gone because you done got mad about something today and made you forget about them 10 days. But those 10 days ain't forgot about you because you ain't forgot. You ain't, that was you. You know what I'm saying? It's still attached to you. It was time ago, but it wasn't addressed, so it's still out there. And trust me when I tell you, karma is because it will come back. Real quick. Pull a Yui. Like, pull up in the driveway. But if you do get a journal, more so like a gratitude journal, if you don't want to put, like, oh, I don't want to put all my emotions down, then write down 3 things you're grateful for. Like when you wake up, 3 things you're grateful for when you lay down. Before you do anything else, before you scroll, before you check your notifications, before you see what time it is in the morning. And use your best judgment with that. Don't be like, oh, I was watching Gamble's video, that's why I'm late. Like, don't be putting me out there like that. Because, nope, I'm calling it right now, sir or ma'am. I did not. I did not. They are capping on me. They capping on me, and I don't appreciate it. But you putting down basically like, if you don't want to do three things you're grateful for, then put 3 things that you want, like that you're actually willing to pursue. If it's peace, put down peace. If it's financial freedom, put down that. If it's, I want to be able to get up and brush my teeth and go to work and have a smile on my face. Like, write that down. That might seem like, what the hell? But write it down. Because trust me when I tell you, when your judgment gets clear and them blinders I told you that come on when you in a relapse and you can't see no way out and you just feel like it's all over, you ain't going to be able to think, but you're going to be able to read. Come on, somebody. That's another benediction. Let's go. We done went to church about 3-4 times in this video. It's only 12 minutes long. But if writing ain't your thing, right? Then you need something else. And if writing ain't your thing, guess what can be? Y'all probably thought I was going to say reading. Hell no. Either you could write. Something just came to me, y'all. You can write how you feeling. You can write what you need. You can write what you want out of life. Write your emotions. Or you can get down on your knees and whoever your higher power is, you can let him know, hey, yo, whatever is going on up in here, I cannot sort. So I'm going to need you to step in and sort. Do some sorting. If you can't do sorting, I just need you to calm the storm. I need to think. I can't think. I can't see. Like, say it out loud. If you're not going to write it, then say it out loud. If you don't want to get down on your hands and knees, don't. You want to do it, sit in a chair like how I am, do it. Because guess what? If you're not keeping it real, whoever or whatever you pray to is going to be able to know that. Because they know everything, right? That's the whole purpose of them being the, like, I'm trying not to offend nobody, but at the same time, I can't deny who I'm a Christian. Okay, I believe in Jesus, in the Bible, and the Holy Spirit. I do not believe in every scripture from the Bible. Let me make that very clear, and I am not religious at all. What I'm saying is, when we are talking about mental illness and emotional relapse, when you are at your weakest point, you must get strength from somewhere. You can find strength in writing and reading back. Or you can get strength in saying it out loud. Now you're putting it out into the universe, but you're speaking to something or someone, somewhere that has the power. However, okay, that one situation where you got yourself into and you was like, oh, nah, it's over for me. And it wasn't over for you. And there was a way out and you ain't see it till it was already there. And it was almost like, even if you didn't believe, you was atheist, you knew like something else was working in your favor. Like it literally ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? You did everything to check off the boxes for death and it didn't happen. That's the one you need to be talking to. Because for real, at the end of the day, once you start getting real with yourself and you're able to say it out loud, there's a freedom in that. Because now it's no longer inside of you. Now you're not isolating yourself. Now you're not this person that's broken and can't speak and is shuttered in and scared. Because you still might feel that while you saying it. But trust and believe, if you got faith in whatever we talking about, whoever your God is, for me, it's Jesus. And I know as long as he hear me, I'm cool. And I know that he hear me. Because he's constantly working in my favor. Just when I think it's over. Just when I think I done did enough. Just when I think... Let me tell you something. I have been completely blown away numerous times. I can go on and on and on. I'm just not trying to have church because that's not what this channel is for. What I'm saying is you don't have it all. Yes, you got to pick up the pieces. Yes, you might be by yourself when you pick up the pieces. That's why you need a higher power. Or a journal. You need something. Trust and believe when I tell you. If you think that your brain is in good enough shape as a person with PPD or struggling with mental illness, period, and having to take medication and got to do therapy, if you think that you got it all figured out and you can get yourself out of this rut without a pen, without a pad, and without the power of whatever God you believe in, you are sorely mistaken. And it's going to hurt when you fall. It hurt when I fell. Over and over again. It hurt a lot. To the point where I was just like, Ariel, nah. Whenever I'm doing it, it's messed up. Whenever I'm doing it, I'm about to kill myself. Whenever I'm doing it, like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing ever works out. So, that's my thing. And I do both, y'all. Because I do music. But if my creativity is blocked, or I feel, you know, if you artist, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you get writer's block or whatever you want to call it. It happens. If that's happening, and you feel like you can't write, why not? Why not do both? To the point where if one don't work, there is another. And one will work. Trust me when I tell you. You just got to trust me on that. You just got to trust me on that. Because you got to mean it. Now, if you just write stuff down and you just talk it out loud and you don't mean nothing that you're saying, don't expect nothing to be coming back. Don't expect to have no faith and have all the reward. It don't work like that. And don't expect blessings to come without a hurricane to follow. Whew, that's a word. I keep giving y'all words, y'all. I'm trying to stay on track for my video. It's 17 minutes at this point. I'm about to cut it real quick. I just want y'all to know this. Everything that I was saying to y'all, I mean from the very pit of my heart, my soul. I am here for y'all. If you are struggling out there and you feel like you're struggling by yourself, it might feel like that. And it might be the case, but that's only mentally. Can't nobody be in your mind with you right now. Except for, you guessed it, whatever your higher power is. So dig deep. Start asking them real important questions. And on my next video, we're going to be talking about coping skills in the midst of emotional relapse. I love y'all. Peace and love.